is Eros? When you think of the god of love, a small child may come to mind, smiling, with wings, aiming at your heart. But Eros is much more than that. In ancient myth, he was one of the oldest and most mysterious forces. Some say even the gods feared him. In some stories, he is not the god of love, but the god of desire. So Eros was not just about falling in love. He was about power, control, and attraction. How did this cosmic being turn into a playful child with curly hair and tiny wings? This is the story of a force that changed destinies, of gods, of mortals, and of us. This is the story of Eros. Cosmic Eros. According to Hesiod, one of the oldest voices in Greek mythology, Hesiod tells us how the universe began. It all started with chaos. No sky, no earth, no gods, just darkness, silence, and emptiness. Then, four forces emerged. Gaia, Earth itself, the fertile ground. Tartarus, the deep abyss below. Nyx, night, a veil of shadows. And the fourth was Eros. But this Eros was not a smiling god with golden wings. He had no body, no name to call. He was a force, pure, ancient, magnetic. He wasn't the god of love. He was the instinct of attraction, the first spark that made things move. He didn't make people fall in love. He made the sky embrace the earth. He made form emerge from formlessness. The elements began to combine. The gods began to be born. The world began to take shape. Without Eros, there would be no birth, no gods, no myths. For Hesiod, Eros wasn't someone you worshipped. He was the very reason anything could exist. And maybe, just maybe, when we fall in love today, we're not just feeling something personal, we're echoing the first vibration of the cosmos itself. Eros was the first desire. Philosophical Eros. According to Plato, in ancient Greece, Eros didn't only live in myths. He wandered in the minds of philosophers, and the one who described him most deeply was Plato. In his dialogue Symposium, many speak of love, but one voice is different: Socrates. When his turn comes to speak, he says, "I learned about love from Diotima. Diotima was a priestess, a wise woman, and to her, Eros was neither a god nor a mortal. He was a daimon, a being that connects the divine and the human. And his origin? Legendary. His mother, Poros, abundance. His father, Penia, poverty, which means Eros is the child of both fullness and lack. He is never completely happy and never entirely broken. His essence is the search. That's why love is not just a desire for beauty, it's the need to reach it. First, a person loves one body, then all beautiful bodies, then the beauty of the soul, then beauty in knowledge, and finally, the eternal and pure form of beauty itself. In Diotima's vision, love is a ladder, and Eros is each step upward. He doesn't belong to the heavens. He belongs to our ascent. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this journey through myth and meaning, don't forget to like the video. It helps us reach more curious hearts, just like yours. The child god, Hellenistic Eros. Over time, Eros left the world of philosophy and stepped into the everyday tales of gods and mortals. He entered paintings, poetry, statues, and mosaics, and the image that appeared was one we all recognize: a small, naked, winged child, smiling but dangerous. Innocent in appearance, but never revealing who he would strike next. This version of Eros became popular during the Hellenistic period. He was no longer a cosmic force. He now symbolized the unpredictable, wild nature of love. He appeared constantly beside his mother, Aphrodite, and he was rarely alone. He was often accompanied by Himeros, desire, Anteros, reciprocal love, and sometimes by hundreds of little erotes. But be careful. The arrows this child carries are not made only of petals. Some are golden. They bring fiery passion. Others are made of lead. They bring rejection and coldness. Apollo was struck with gold, Daphne with lead. He chased her endlessly. She ran, terrified, and in the end, she begged for escape and became a laurel tree. Eros doesn't just bring love, he can bring ruin. Even the mighty Heracles fell under his spell. Bound to Deianira, that love would lead to his tragic death. And Ares, god of war, feared and fierce, still surrendered to Aphrodite through Eros. That bond was pleasure, chaos, and scandal. And so, even among gods, no one escapes him. Eros may look small. He may not sit on a throne, but he rules from the shadows with every arrow he fires. Eros and Psyche, the trial of forbidden love. Her name was Psyche. Her beauty was so radiant, people began to admire her more than Aphrodite. Aphrodite, displeased, asked her son Eros to play a trick. Let her fall for someone truly unexpected. But when Eros saw her, he touched his own heart instead. Love had begun, but it had to stay hidden. He brought her to a palace of dreams. There was only one rule: do not look at me. Each night he came in silence. She listened to his voice, felt kindness, but never saw him. Until one night she lit a lamp, and the truth was revealed. Eros left, and Psyche was alone, but she didn't give up. To reunite with him, she took on great tasks. She traveled far, overcame fear, and found her strength. In time, the gods forgave her, and Zeus welcomed her to the stars. Together again, Psyche and Eros found peace. Love can be fragile, but when true, it finds a way to last. The power of Eros. Even gods cannot escape Eros's arrows, are not only meant for mortals, even the gods are not beyond his reach. Once he chooses a heart, not even divinity can resist. Take Apollo, god of the sun, of reason, of harmony. When Eros touched him with golden longing, Apollo fell deeply for Daphne, a mortal soul. But Daphne's heart had been turned away. She ran, he followed, and in the end, she called out to her father for help and was changed into a laurel tree. Love did not win. Transformation did, because Eros does not only bring connection, he can awaken longing that leads to sorrow. Look at Heracles, the strength of heroes. Tied to Deianira by Eros's pull, that bond would lead to a fate filled with grief. And Ares, god of war, a glance from him could shake entire armies, yet just one whisper from Eros, and he was bound to Aphrodite. Their connection was powerful, beautiful, and surrounded by divine mystery. Even war could not resist the call of love. That is why Eros sits on no golden throne, and yet he rules in the hidden chambers of every heart. He is unseen, but stronger than the gods. Modern Eros, the forgotten mask. Eros is no longer remembered as the force born before the earth itself, no longer the power even gods once feared. Today, his name is hidden beneath toys, emojis, and heart-shaped cards. The god of love has become a smiling symbol. But even if we believe we've forgotten him, he never truly disappeared, because Eros is not just a name, not just a tale from long ago. He is the oldest spark still burning within us. The longing to love, the need to connect, the quiet hope to be seen, to be held, to be understood. These feelings have remained unchanged for thousands of years. Maybe Eros no longer carries a bow, but sometimes a single glance, a single word, can still touch us just as deeply. When we say, "I fell in love," maybe it's not only with another person. Maybe we've touched a part of ourselves we thought was missing. Because at its heart, Eros is not just love, he is the search. And that search still continues, beyond time, beyond belief, and beyond the world we see. Eros still lives within you. Eros is no longer just a name, perhaps not even a god, but a spark still burning inside us. When your heart skips from a single glance, when a stranger's voice lingers longer than it should, maybe now you understand why. Because that feeling has been with us since the beginning. Love is not only an emotion, it's a direction, a journey, a pull that moves us forward. And the name of that journey, for thousands of years, has been Eros. If this story stirred something within you, if it made you see love in a new light, then perhaps Eros's touch reached you too. Like the video, subscribe for more stories like this, and in the comments, who is your Eros? Because myths were never just for gods, they were made to live again inside us. And that search still continues beyond time, beyond belief, and beyond the world we see.